Hi, and welcome back. How are you? Are you all doing well? So, today we're making curry. If you like Indian food, if you like Indian pickles, then this curry is for you. If you like your food to be tangy and savory and a little bit sour, then this is also for you. This is called Achari chicken. Achari comes from achar, which means pickles. Okay, this is not your typical type of Indian curry. It's a little bit different, but I like it. So you should try and see if you like it too. Very few ingredients, and let's see what are they. So we're going to start with chicken thighs. You can use chicken breast, I think, but I prefer chicken thighs. They're more flavorful, not easy to overcook at all. I just soaked them in some water with some lime juice, and I kept the lime itself in for around maybe 30 minutes, 20 minutes, depends on how much time you have. It is not a necessary step, but if you do have the time, maybe do it. That is not washing the chicken, just soaking it. Okay, here I have some onions. If you do have red onions, they're preferred, but I didn't have any. Okay, and this one is garlic ginger paste. I just crush the garlic and the fresh ginger together to create that paste, but you can also buy it readily made from the Indian supermarket. Okay, let's talk spices. We're using whole spices here. Fenugreek, one of my favorites. A little bit of cumin seeds, nigella seeds, mustard seeds, and these are fennel seeds. Everything seeds here. Okay, these are actually the spices that they're used to make Indian pickles in general. Okay, for the powdered spices or ground spices, we are going to use a little bit of turmeric and a little bit of chili powder. Okay, here I have tomatoes, just two tomatoes. I just grinded them together using a food processor. Mine are not too red, so I'm using a little bit of tomato paste as well. Okay, these ones here are the pickles themselves. Any jar of pickles that you have from the Indian store, it will work here. Mixed pickles, mango pickles, whatever you have. Okay, and some yogurt. That's it. This is all what we're going to use. And oh, I forgot. We're going to use also dried chilies. If you have them, add them. If you don't, you can just use extra chili powder. But they do add a little bit of a nice flavor as well, in addition to the heat. You don't need to eat them actually. Okay, here on the stove, we have a little bit of oil or ghee, whatever you have available. You're going to add the whole spices to, or all of the seeds to this oil or ghee. We're not going to burn them. So do not move anywhere from there. Just keep an eye on them. You're going to just um, heat them up with the oil a little bit to release their natural oils and also to flavor the oil for everything else that is coming. So this is going to take around 2 to 3 minutes maybe. Okay, as I said, do not go anywhere. They're going to sizzle a little bit and you can hear them, you can smell them, you can see that they're sizzling right now. Okay, and that is when we are going to add a little bit of the chilies, the whole chilies, the dried ones. You don't need to soak them or anything, you can use them as they are. um, this is another flavor to the oil and another flavor to the curry base later. Okay, another 30 seconds and then you're going to add the onions. Okay, as I said, for Indian cooking, it's preferred to use red onions or purple onions, however you call them, but I didn't have any. And to be honest, the white onions or the yellow onions turn out to be like they added the very nice sweetness to the base of the curry. So I think if I'm making this again, I might just use yellow onions from now on. I tried it with red onions before and I can tell the difference. Okay, you don't need to chop the onions finely, but if you want a very smooth base, then you can just grind them or use a food processor to puree them. Okay, I added the ginger garlic paste, and now I'm adding the tomatoes. As I said, if you have very ripe tomatoes, very red tomatoes, you don't need to add tomato paste. Usually in Indian cooking, we do not use um, tomato paste, but my tomatoes were a little sad, so they needed that kind of lift from the tomato paste. Okay, now I'm adding a little bit of salt here just to help the and water as well, just to help the tomatoes and the onions to break down a little bit, covering them for around 5 to 7 minutes till the oil starts separating from the base of the curry or from your tatka. Okay, I'm not even sure. I think it's a masala. We won't call it masala. Okay, here I'm adding chili powder and also a little bit of turmeric. If you have the Kashmiri chili powder and you don't have a tolerance for spice, then you can use that because it's basically for the color. Kashmiri chili powder is less spicy. It's like more like paprika, but it's a different flavor. But if you like spice and you like to spice things up, then you can add normal chili powder. Okay, now for the yogurt, I'm going to temper the yogurt a little bit so it does not separate when I add it to the base. So adding a little bit from the base to the yogurt and bring the temperature closer to the base and then adding in and stir, stir, stir. And here I'm adding the chicken. Chicken thighs, I cut them into just like 3 pieces maybe style or something like that, so it doesn't need to be too small. Okay, I'm covering it halfway here just because I didn't want the splashing, but technically you should cook this open, like without a lid. Okay, I let it cook for around 10 to 15 minutes before I added the chopped pickles. Now, you want to add the pickles before the chicken is done cooking because you want the flavor of the pickles, obviously. So now covering it again halfway and let it cook for another 10 to 15 minutes. So it's like all in all, chicken thighs cook around 25 to 30 minutes. So this is what you're looking for. And here you have it. I served it with a little bit of paratas and it's tangy, sour, and does have like that sweetness from the onions. And I think it's not your typical type of curry, but it's worth a try. And those whole seeds and spices just add like a very unique flavor. If you do like this video and you do like this recipe, please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And if you do try it, let me know. Thanks for watching.